Womp womp.
Wishes are hard.
That money one's pretty good, so I'm just gonna steal that as an answer.
Part of it's like, I have the same thing with like video games. I'm like, I don't want to use my one thing. I have to have the perfect. I may have the best item in the game, but I've got to save it for the perfect occasion. And of course, the perfect occasion doesn't exist.
Oh, the final boss. Well, what if there's another boss after
what
this
if
one?
it's the final form?
I couldn't possibly use my max ether now.
Oh, hey, there was a Sheriff Cortex.
Yeah,
on one of the
the Sheriff
posters.
Cortex
That's
engine has its own gas stations.
I mean, when people ask about superpowers, I say shapeshifting, because that... Like, I don't know how useful it is, but it seems fun. It seems like one that you probably wouldn't get bored of.
I have shapeshifted so that my eyebrows are slightly bigger. That was useful.
Of course, then there's like the... I wish I never got sick. But then, what does getting sick constitute? Like, I don't want to be immortal, because that sounds bad.
No, I do not trust people who say they would like to be immortal.
It's like, what?
I can't think of a worse fate than to be immortal. Personally.
It's like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm happy with... I want to do the stuff I want to do, and then I'm good. I'm done. Not ever dying, ever. Seems bad.
Seems real bad. I mean, there are a variety of things that you could wish for that are quite specific, and so you might end up being like, I kind of wish I'd expanded it to include this. Like, I wish that I can immediately understand and speak any language that exists or has ever existed.
Yeah.
I wish I could immediately be able to perfectly and flawlessly play any instrument, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, like the language one I've thought about quite a lot, because then you could travel, and it would be great, and you could travel and... Not specifically never get ripped off by the locals, but partly that.
Get dunked.
Nice.
If you'll notice, a fun piece of trivia about this, and they use the same technology in Crash Team Racing, is that the wheels on the cars are not real. They're actually 2D sprites that change depending on the angle you're looking at them. Wow.
Yeah. That's fun.
That is true of all of the tyres in Crash Team Racing as well. They're not 3D modelled. They're sprites. Wow.
Was there a follow-up to your point about the languages and the...
No, I don't think so. I think
that's a fine wish, or that's a...
That's a fine wish. I feel like it's the sort of thing that you might end up going like, it's a little bit limited. I had like infinite cosmic power and I chose something a little bit limited.
That like feasibly could be achieved with a great deal of effort, but physically achievable with effort.
I suppose what you're wishing for is convenience.
Yeah.
Like I would like to be able to immediately be perfect and flawless at any musical instrument that exists. Like, cool. That's fair, rather than spending 10 plus years per instrument learning how to play to a masterful level.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds a fun one. Like, be entertaining, certainly. Like, it's one of those weird things of, like, because playing music isn't a hobby, I don't feel like that would cheat me out of much, but I wouldn't want to be perfect at every video game ever, because I think that would...
You'd lose interest in that as a piece of fun,
Whereas, like, music was like, I don't currently play instruments, but I'd like to be able to just pick one up and play it whenever I needed to.
I could
that would be
definitely
fun.
I could see the value. And moreover, like, longevity of
Did that start beeping, that one, or did it not?
it didn't. But I needed to get that timer block.
Yeah, that's good shit. Being able to change my appearance however I wanted. Seems like a... Oh,
Bollocks.
Keith! Oh, the frog turns into a prince, yeah. Cute.
I feel like shapeshifting I ultimately wouldn't like, because I feel like the only things you could achieve with it are inherently deceitful. Like, once you've got past that, cool, I'm going to take my own appearance and subtly modify that so that I'm me, but more handsome.
Yeah, what I perceive to be better looking.
Yeah, then you get to points like, cool, well, I can change my appearance to be any person. That might be fun. Like, cool, but you're not that person, though, so that's lying. Like, oh, yeah, shit.
I think, yeah,
what can you do with that other than lie?
It's more of like a party trick kind of thing at that point. like, I can do impressions, or what if someone wanted to see that person as like a birthday present or something? I don't know.
Oh shit, I might have fucked this. Fuck.
Oh no.
Might still be able to reach.
Oh, with the super jump.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, so close.
Wait.
Oof. Yes!
fucking
Good
hell.
work, Chris.
Good for me.
we were both like just tensing up. I could feel it. We were both like, "Ugh." Yeah,
I'm gonna get musical instruments. Fuck it.
Because that's like the world peace option is a thing. Like, oh, that's nice. Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
What does that mean though? Like, is he like genies, as far as Western understanding is, are slightly deceitful and tricksy. So
I feel like that's not the Western understanding of genies. I feel like Western understanding of genies is the genie from Aladdin, who is a benevolent genie. I think it's most other cultures that are like, oh yeah, trickster, fuck, like djinns and stuff like that. It's like, oh yes, I'll grant you whatever you want. I think the idea of a
wish for thing.
The idea of a deceitful genie tends to fall more into the purview, at least in Western media, of monkey's paws.
Yeah, that's true. But there's still like the whole like be careful what you wish for phrasing of like, well, that's a weird thing, like be happy with what you've got. Yeah, well, sure, but that's not the point. I shouldn't expect this wish to backfire on me. It's like if you wish for world peace, what does that look like?
Exactly.
Is that everyone dies so that no one's fighting anymore? I mean, that would be a twisted version of it, presumably.
And the Simpsons episode, the Treehouse of Horror, where they get the monkey's paw, discusses that in great detail, where it makes world peace and results in everyone destroying all of the weapons and military installations in the whole world, and then aliens invade and take over with like planks with nails in them because there's no weapons to fight back.
Bigger planks with bigger nails.
They'll make a bigger board with a bigger nail until it destroys them all. But also another one I think from the same Treehouse of Horror is the Twilight Zone ripoff, or like homage, where Bart can read minds and demands that everyone is happy all the time.
Yes.
And so again, you could have the similar concept of like, well, everyone is happy all the time, but they're being forced to be, so, or like everyone's pretending to be happy, but it's not real, and everyone hates it.
Yeah, because like they're like, oh, he'll kill us with his mind powers.
Yeah.
Oh, because he turns Homer into a Jack in the Box, doesn't he?
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, so I guess it's a case of how should we...
Is world peace being enforced somehow?
Yes.
Are people now incapable of feeling anger? Or something like that?
Or like free will is gone kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd like to say that would be the reason why I wouldn't wish for something like world peace, but actually it's because I'm selfish.
Distribute the wealth more equally.
Yeah, that would be good. At least that may end up being achievable eventually. And the world peace wish, would that be an instantaneous? Just like, there's world peace now.
Just bam, something happened and...
Like, shit, it's still all of the same people. And we're at war again. Cool, because everyone's a fucking toss bucket.
Yeah. Yeah, like, is it like, so immediately we're at peace now, but then it can change again?
Yeah.
Yeah, or is it yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, so I suppose, like, the genie wishes, like, on a peaceful level. I wish for the genie to be my friend and give me more wishes. But again, that's a selfish thing, it doesn't work. Because it's enforced.
Yeah. This cutscene is all like Uka Uka and Cortex being like, why did you fucking kill Entropy? He's the one who actually knows how the time machine works. Now we're fucked. You stupid
We've broken
bitch.
time permanently.
Time machine is just busted. Look, someone spilled chocolate milkshake on the gears of the time machine. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know which part is broken now.
Time's going backwards now.
Shit. Sphinxinator. You alright?
Thought you said sphinctinator.
Come on down to the sphinctrinator.
Very confused.
Come on down to my brand new theme park. We've got all your favorite rides, including the sphinctrinator.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about the genie question. I feel like it's like... I feel like there's a better answer.
I mean, there's no such
But again,
thing
it's
as
not a problem to solve.
answer.
Again, that's, yeah, my brain is like, what's the most efficient way? What's the best way we could do this?
Yeah, I get it. I understand. So that's exactly my point about the language one. Like, that's a good wish. But I feel like I personally would eventually get to the point where it's like, I could have wished for better.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because that's something that
That's
really
pretty
can only
fucking-
feasibly be achieved with magic, and that's something that's pretty impressive and
Pretty
useful.
fucking great, yeah. Like, in terms of superpowers, there's like, well, telekinesis, because depending on how you apply telekinesis, it's basically whatever you want.
Yeah.
Which, again, I feel like is cheating a little bit. But at the same time, like, oh,
Superpowers are superpowers.
Yeah.
Superpowers are cheating inherently.
yeah.
Because real people don't have them.
Because it's like, you could fly with telekinesis feasibly if you could lift yourself with it.
Yeah.
Depending on how you applied it, you could potentially affect time. Like, if you put telekinetic pressure on a particular area, it maybe would, I don't know. Again,
I don't know where you're going with that one.
or maybe like gravity, artificially increase gravity through telekinesis.
Oh, I suppose in a way you could. You could definitely freeze and burn things. You could tear people apart on a molecular level.
Yeah, like you could make like air blades
That'd be
by
really
sort of
easy.
like focusing it on a like a blade edge kind of thing. No,
I made a
too
mistake.
keen.
Oh, video game, you're treating me mean and keeping me keen. And I love it. Do you like planes?
Oh god.
Do you enjoy the implication that Cortex allied himself with the Axis powers? That's right. It's Kaiser Cortex. Generously assuming that this is World War I and not World War II.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like, cool, Dr. Nazi Cortex. This is fine.
And what's the
Crash, crash, crash. Why must you interfere with my perfect race state? Like, bruh.
Neo? No.
Uka, Uka, we have to create a perfect Aryan race. It's like, oh no.
So does you shooting the balloons not count as shooting the boxes?
It does. They
Okay.
fall down and smash on the earth and
Oh,
get destroyed that way.
That seemed a bit mean otherwise.
Yeah.
This seems
This
pretty
is
easy.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. As soon as the enemy planes are off screen, they can't shoot you anymore. So
Oh.
you can sort of cheese it a little bit. Also, doing the spin moves means you can't get hit by bullets.
Oh, good.
That's what it's for. Guess what? You can't shoot me anymore, bitch. Crash, crash, crash.
Yeah. I mean,
I used the time twister machine to find Anne Frank.
no.
Disgusting. One of those innocent German soldiers won't be going home to their families. Coco Bandicoot killed them. Do you think if Crash Bandicoot had been there, the Battle of the Somme would have been different? Impossible to know.
Have you played this War of Mine?
No.
It's very good. It's a story-based
Oh, the
World
humanity.
War, story-based World War thing where it sort of jumps between a couple of different characters, and one of them is a German soldier, and it's interesting.
Is it thought-provoking?
It's
Cool.
a very sort of melancholic game.
I do love colic.
It's good.
Oh, if there's anything I love, it's jet ski levels. They totally don't make me want to puke. They stink. They stink. Blah, 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 blah. There's lots of extra stuff in this level if I want to get the gem, which I don't.
Ah.
Nah, 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 nah. So I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to plow.
Oh yeah,
through
the
it.
Pirate Cortex.
There he is.
Cute.
He's also got his face carved into the mountain.
Mm.
Instead of like Skull Island.
Or maybe something less like shape-shifting and more full sort of molecular control of your body. I feel that.
Never have IBS again.
Well, like, things like that. But I suppose you could choose to
Have IBS if you
Not-
if you really wanted it.
not be ill.